All right, inner tubes, here we are in the parking lot where the magic happens for the Ontario M2 motorcycle license. And I'll ruin it for you right now. Brooke was successful in getting her license, and there she is practicing, but she already has her M2 motorcycle license. Congratulations. I knew you'd pass. You were doing great. Wow. All right, so since Brooke just got her license, the test is very fresh in our minds. So there's 6 distinct exercises you have to perform in order to pass the test. I'm going to give you guys all of those exercises, and I'm going to show you exactly how you have to do them. I don't have the exact time limits for every exercise, but I know most of them by heart by now. So stay tuned. Here we go. All right, guys, exercise number 1. You will line up with your front wheel before these 2 marks. So your front wheel is going to be right here where my foot is. You will start out in this direction. You will make this tight turn around here, and right about here you're going to get into second gear. You got to speed up, and you have to be in second gear before you hit this narrow section. This is a curve. You continue down the curve at a fairly high rate of speed, and you finish the curve over here. From the start to this section where the narrow section ends, you have to do this in 7.5 seconds or less, or you will lose points. After that, you are not being timed, but you continue down the way towards the end here, and you have to stop with your front wheel right in that box. All right, so Brooke's going to demonstrate the first element that you need to pass the course. This is probably the one that is the hardest. It's the one she found the hardest. So she's ready to go. She's psyching herself up. This is the one she lost a point on because she was a little slow on the 125. It's actually harder on the 300. There she goes. Second gear. And wheel in the box. Perfect. All right, here we go. This is the hardest one. All right, guys, the second exercise starts on the same course, but you do not start on this side. Instead, you start in a straight line, put your front wheel before these 2 marks, okay? And you will start and go down the same path that you went before. This time, you have to, again, shift into second gear before the narrow section. Go through the narrow section, and again, the same thing. You stop with your front wheel in the box, and this time you have to go a little bit faster. Now you have a second more, but this time you're being timed from the beginning right up until your front wheel ends up in the box. So you have 8.5 seconds to do this whole thing from start to finish, and there's the box where your front wheel ends up at the end. 8.5 seconds for this one. Brooke is going to demonstrate the second element that you need to pass the test. Here she comes. Second gear, smoothly in the curve. And here she comes. Front wheel, right in the box. Beautiful, perfect, shoulder check. Ready, set, and go. Second gear, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. Box, front wheel, stop. Right there. There she goes. She did well. Stopped in the box, no problem. All right, guys, the third element in the test is a fairly high-speed turn. All right, so here's what it looks like. You start out right about here. You take off, accelerate fairly quickly, get into second gear. At this point, you are coming in between these lines. You should probably take the line out here. Okay, and in second gear, you look ahead of you into the turn, and you make this turn without going outside the lines. Second gear, outside the turn, there it is, and she made it. Beautiful, perfect. All right, inner tubes, third element. This is the turn. Accelerate to second gear, turn, and make sure you keep your speed up through this one. Here we go. Look ahead and make the turn. The Groms are the best for this. Guys, if you take this course, take it on a Grom, because those Groms turn on a dime. Unfortunately, Brooke's on a CBR 125R, which is still a pretty good choice. There she goes, she's next. All right, the fourth element of the test for me was one of the easier ones, is the emergency stopping element. You start out here, get into second gear, accelerate until you get to the first little line here, which will be marked off by cones. You go through this line. At this point, you've reached terminal speed. You're going through here fairly fast. You have to get through here in a certain time limit. I don't know exactly the time, but you have to go through quickly. This is the section where you start to brake. So after you pass these two lines, you start to brake, and you have to brake before this line over here. Okay, put your feet down, shoulder check both sides, and you are done. So Brooke's going to demonstrate the emergency braking procedure here. Second gear, through the boxes, and braking right here, and she has stopped in time. Shoulder check, good. Let's go. Second gear, come through here, and brake, stop. There she goes. Stop. Check, check. Awesome. All right, guys, so the fourth element is an emergency swerve. This is done on the same part of the course as the emergency braking element, except instead of braking, the rider swerves to one side or the other and goes by. So I will stand right here in the center. Brooke will come straight at me and then swerve to my right, okay, after she gets the acceleration done, okay? So here she comes. Second gear, she's got the going, there's the swerve, and there she goes, beautiful. This isn't a hard one. Brooke is standing right where I'm going to swerve. I'm going to accelerate, pop it into second gear, go through, and swerve before Brooke. I'm choosing to swerve to the left right here, just because there are two cop cars there to the right, and I don't want to be swerving at them. So here we go. Second gear, and swerve. No drama. The final element, this is the last thing you have to do. Accelerate down the same path we just went twice. Second gear, but this time she's gonna curve in toward me and come to a stop right at the end of the box. So she stops in a curve right at the end of the box, and she has done it beautifully, perfect, and that's why Brooke passed her test and kicked butt. I don't have the cones. They had the cones laid out during the test, so you'll be able to see it a lot better when you're taking the test, and I'm able to see it right now, so I'll kind of try to estimate where those lines are from here because it's hard to see. Wow, lots of police around here. They're coming in to arrest us. All right, here we go. Final element. Second gear. Look ahead. Turn. And stop before the line. Right there, you can see there are the markers. All right, and that's it. That's the test, guys. There she goes. Nice and smooth. This is something that you do not have to have perfect on the first try, and quite frankly, you don't have to be perfect on the test. So you get 12 points off if you're not quite fast enough on an element, or if you go outside the lines here and there. You do not fail automatically, you simply lose points, and you can lose up to 12 points. Now Brooke only lost 1 point, and that was on the first element. She was a little bit slow on the turn and the acceleration. Keep in mind too that all of these elements will be a lot more visible to you when there are cones set out. Certainly when you're taking the course, wherever it is, whether it's here in the beaches in Toronto or wherever you are in Ontario, the paths will be outlined by cones a lot better than they are right now. So good luck with the course. My goal was to provide for you guys the most comprehensive video on passing the course and the different things you need to do. Hopefully I did that. So guys, thanks for watching. If you have any further questions, please put them in the comments below. We'll do the best we can to try to answer them for you. And please check out the whole series of Brooke Learning How to Ride. If you are a new rider and are wanting to see what the learning process is like, then check out our other videos. I've got 2 other videos up of Brooke learning how to ride. She actually had 4 lessons before she took the course, and they were quite beneficial. I do recommend taking lessons before you take it. When I was younger, over 20 years ago now, that was the first time, the course was the first time I ever got on a motorcycle, and so everything was new to me. Everything was new to me. But Brooke had a little extra time, and that's probably why I think she probably did better than I did when I took my course. I think I got 2 or 3 points off, where she got 1. So, thanks for watching, guys. Check out my other videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, help the channel out, and may the spokes be with you.